Hi there, my name is Megan Copeland and I am a Mandarin Chinese to English translator. I also work for an organisation called Paper Republic, which is a charity that aims to spread the delights of Chinese literature in translation to an English-speaking audience. Now, we put out a free online publication annually or biannually called Read Paper Republic, which usually features short stories written by Chinese authors but translated into English. And this month we are putting out a series called Food, Glorious Food, which contains short stories all about, you've guessed it, food. We're going to be publishing 6 stories, one a week over the next 6 weeks. And you can find more information about that in the notes to this video. Now today I'm going to be reading an excerpt from a story which I translated, written by a fantastic Chinese author called Xu Xiaobin, and I would very much recommend her works. The story is called Pudilan in Chinese, which is a type of Chinese medicine, and it's called the cure-all in English. Now the story centres on an old man and his obsession with eating out, particularly noodles, during the recent COVID pandemic. And the excerpt I'm going to read is his trip to a noodle bar and what he experiences there. So I'm going to read the English, and the author Xu Xiaobin has very kindly agreed to read the Chinese as well. So here we go.
朋友们，大家好，我是徐小斌 ，I'm Chinese writer。现在我开始给大家朗诵。难道是因为饿了？刚踏进平安里的这家牛肉面馆，便有一股异香扑鼻。它虽不算是道地吃货，也能辨识好的食物之香，乃浑然天成，不含杂味儿。那种味道似乎具有初恋那般化学元素，会紧紧地勾住全部感官，让人神魂颠倒。端上来是一大暗绿粗瓷碗，里面无非牛肉面而已，并没有什么新鲜的，只是牛肉及配料量足、色正、味香。没敢先喝汤，太烫。第一口面柔而韧，热香从舌根往下落到胃里，慢慢漾开，心里先暖了。再来一小口汤，嘬着嘴，暖流欲裂，蔓延诸身。汤的颜色像玫瑰金一样，质地如厚重的丝绸，似有沙茶与番茄的香味儿，上面飘着几滴金黄的油珠，几片碧绿的青蒜叶儿和鲜红的辣椒丝儿，几口下去，后颈已经在细细的冒汗。这才吃肉。看着那巨大的肉块，他本有些恐惧，因为按照以往的条件反射，这必是一块难嚼的，上不去下不来，咽又不是，吐又不好的粗纤维。试探着咬了一小口，竟是其鲜其嫩，Q 度其佳。这才敢大口的吃，这真是货真价实的黄牛肉，每一块皆带筋，半筋半肉，牛筋是半透明的，口感弹牙，一口咬下去，里面似有鲜香的汁液潋滟，饱饱的满足着味蕾。配料并不多，原汁原味儿，那种纯正浓郁的牛肉香能把每个毛孔都渗透。一阵大吃之后，抬起头吃几筷子爽口的小菜，又再次把头埋下去。吃到尾声，慢慢吮汤，似是享受的时候了。所有的难受疲乏都化了，从心里往外舒坦。谈恋爱算什么？美食才真正有治愈的功能。 于是他决定吃遍京城的面。我朗诵完了，希望大家喜欢，谢谢。
Of course, being hungry must have had something to do with it. But as soon as he stepped into the noodle bar in Ping'anli, he was intoxicated by the aroma that filled his nostrils. Even though he couldn't really call himself a true foodie, he could recognize the smell of quality, natural ingredients, untouched by enhancers or additives. Smells like these could produce almost biochemical reactions, like love at first sight. He ordered a dish. It arrived in a rough, deep green porcelain bowl. To all intents and purposes, it was just beef noodles. There's nothing new about that. Yet the portion seemed generous, the colour was just right, and the smell heavenly. The soup was too hot, so he took a bite of the noodles first. They were just right, not too firm and not too soft. As he ate, he felt a glorious warmth spread from the tip of his tongue down to his stomach. The warmth rippled slowly throughout his body, settling deep in his chest. Through pursed lips, he took a small sip of the soup, and the warm glow intensified. The soup was rose gold colour, its texture like thick silk. He could taste cha-cha sauce and tomatoes. A few golden pearls of oil floated on the surface, along with slices of leek and chili pepper. After a few more mouthfuls, beads of sweat formed at the nape of his neck. Now it was time to try the beef. He looked dubiously at the large chunks. If he went by previous experience, he was about to bite down on a hunk of tough, sinewy meat, hard to swallow but impolite to spit out. Nevertheless, he gave the beef a tentative nibble and was blown away by how fresh and tender it was. The texture was incredible. The rest of the bowl didn't last very long. He couldn't believe the quality of the beef for the price. Every piece was nicely balanced between meat and soft, translucent tendon. It was so juicy. One bite almost overwhelmed his taste buds. Whoever made this dish had kept the ingredients simple, allowing the original flavours to shine through. He let himself bathe in the rich, meaty aroma. After what felt like a long time, he dragged himself away from the bowl to take a few bites of the side dishes. They were a refreshing break, but he soon buried his head back in the noodles. As he slowly slurped down the last dregs of soup, he realised all his worries and exhaustion had melted away, and he was truly relaxed. Who needs a relationship, eh? Delicious food was the best cure-all. And there were noodle restaurants all over the capital, just waiting for him to seek them out.